Good evening, friends. It would help if I put my sound on. Now you can hear me. Good evening, friends. Yes, it's been my birthday week, and I want to say right off the bat, thank you so very much for so many beautiful greetings. And yesterday was my birthday. This is the balsamic time of the month, and it's a little bit more quiet. I had a quiet, wonderful celebration with my son, who also shares my special day. He was born on my birthday. And I like to say that we're twins because not only is our sun the same sign, but also our North Node, our destiny mark, the truth seekers. And we're both Libra risings. So, and that was totally natural. It's a true story. I fought with my doctor to go el natural without interference with the birthing, because I explained to my doc 31 years ago that I am an astrologer and I wanted nature to take its course. And the doctor said, well, let's take him on, Friday. We're going to give it a little nudge. I said, doctor, if he's not here by Saturday, after all, it is a full moon, then we can do your plan. There's no reason to take him, el natural. That's me. Well, what can I say? So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and to all of you who took the time to wish me happy birthday. And birthdays are really powerful days. I forget how powerful they are. I know some of you in the room. Hi, Sherry. I did have a fantastic birthday. Hi, Christine. Hi, Sherry. Reba. Hello, darlings. You'll feel this as well, Sherry. Every year, a birthday is significant because we incarnated on that day. So whether you have a celebration of just yourself, a celebration with other friends and family, it's a reminder of the significance of our individuality. And the ritual we do with the birthday cake and the flame, it's like setting our intentions for the year ahead. In astrology, we call this the solar return. The sun returns to when it was when you were born, and that strengthens us. And I did cop a mindful, reflective attitude on my birthday to this degree. It was like nothing really happened on the day, right? I had cake with my very close-knit family and congratulated each other. Again, my son is born on my birthday. It's his birthday too. And it wasn't like a big out to dinner thing or balloons or, well, as you're an adult, we kind of get past that, birthday festivities. But I noticed how different I felt the next day. It was like back to the real world. So as a mindful reflection, when you are celebrating your birthday this year, whether it's near or far, spend some time thinking about all the threads and all the people that you've known and cared about and connected with that all make up the matrix of who you are. And that's the gift of Facebook, I think, because I was hearing from people that I haven't really seen or been in contact with like 40, sometimes 50 years ago. And just seeing their names, happy birthday, takes me back decades. So it is a very important day of reckoning. And we're having a very important day of reckoning on Friday, where we'll be talking about the new moon in Scorpio, friends. And another important day until we get to Friday the 1st, All Saints Day, of course, is Halloween, or Samhain, the ancient Celtic holiday of the time between the seasons. It's a cross-quarter day. It's a very important day, a very mystical day. It's the day when we, in modern society, celebrate Halloween, a kid's day, right? And we dress up in costumes and masks and give tricks or give treats. Very Scorpionic theme, because Scorpio is about masking, and Scorpio can be very tricky. And this year, this new moon is launching the American election. Is going to be in the new moon phase. So we'll talk all about that tonight. So if you're new to this, again, apologies for starting at 9 as opposed to 8:30. 8:30 is the go-to time. But my son and I were doing a ghost walk tonight. We call them spirit strolls, history stroll through the village of Williamsville, which is just packed with history and paranormal episodes. So we're talking about that. So big hugs to you all. And then again, thank you. I'm milking it, right? Every happy birthday. But thank you for the birthday messages, Marcy and Candy and Chandler and Paula. Good evening, Joan. Hi, Jojo. Hi, Cindy. Hello, everybody. Hi, Peggy. And Peggy, happy birthday to you. Just family and dinner. But wasn't it a powerful day? Because we share a birthday, Peggy, right? Hi, Terry. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Donna. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Sunday from Yelm, Washington. Okay. Yes, I am going to talk about that, Ryan. Aren't you so clever? Absolutely. Hi, Louise. Great to see you. And thank you for the birthday greetings. Hi, Sherry. I did have a good birthday because I was, because of you guys, a lot of the happy birthdays. That's what I'm saying. The gift of Facebook, I mean, to have a real-time reminder of someone you knew in high school. My best friend Judy wished me happy birthday. We knew each other when I was 13 years old, right? Well, I'm not embarrassed to say I turned 68, but that sounds really old. But I refuse to say I'm old as a statement, but I am older than I was an hour ago. And every one of us are older bit by bit. Okay. And I do feel better physically. That's another little nuance about birthdays. I'm just talking about birthdays in general. The time before our celebration of our birthday, our birth date, is mirroring that last month when you are in utero, when you're unconscious, when you're not on this planet, when you're not on this plane. Theoretically, we become connected with this reality, this planet, when we take our first breath. That's how we calculate our birth charts. And I've seen this anecdotally, I've not done enough research on it, but typically people might feel a little bit more tired or sometimes even a little depressed the month before our birthday. So I want to put that out there. I feel great and very happy to be alive. And I feel more vigorous since my birthday, because the week before was a little hard. All right. So friends, let's talk about what's going on in the world, and let's put this into context for you. Yes, magical. Thank you, Sunday. I agree with you. And we're going to be doing readings. Okay. Mary agrees with me. Hi, Debbie. Yes, reminisce all about the family times and cherish childhood memories. Absolutely, Sherry. Okay. We have a new moon. Let me put this into the stage area. And it's so funny. You just mentioned about reminiscence and shared camaraderie. The new moon is Eastern Daylight Time. We're still in daylight time in the morning of the 1st. And friends, let's put a little finger out there to test the energy in the big room. And it's tense. We have a lot of tense energy. I'm not going to blame it on the election, because as above, so below. It feeds off each other. It's rare, relatively rare, when Mars, which is the fighting planet, is exactly opposite Pluto, which is total transformation. So warring Mars opposite Pluto exact at this new moon, but it's been growing in the exactitude this whole week. In astrology, every sign has default ruling planets. We're in the Scorpio time of the year. Transformation, darkness, secrets, power, manipulation, control, healing. These are all Scorpio words. And these are the two planets that define the Scorpio energy. And they're opposite or fighting each other in the sky. And so they are in Capricorn and Cancer respectively. And Capricorn has to do with social structures, and Cancer has to do with home and safety. So on a micro level, in your homes, in your communities, in your families, in your businesses, there might be a sense of tension between safety and structure. And we may all be experiencing that this past week and kind of culminating as we get into the next week or so. That's number one. On the big picture, we're seeing the discourse and discord and conflict relative to this election, especially this election. Why? Because Cancer is the sign of the U.S., and we're going to put the U.S.'s chart up here in a moment as well. And the U.S. is a Cancer country. Mars, the warring planet, is in Cancer. So we're trying to find a balance. Everything's about balance. So the new moon, after the new moon, set your intentions where you find Scorpio in your chart. The new moon's degree is 9 degrees of Scorpio. That refers to this Sabian symbol. A fellowship dinner reunites old comrades. That's the image. It's reminding us of collective emotions and values. We want to be a part of a group. So what this might mean for you individually is that you call up some old friends and you get together for dinner. People you haven't seen for a while, or family members. We often do that during the quote holiday season, but this new moon might be wanting you to do that earlier. Or we may want to connect with our comrades who feel the same way that we do about the election and about who's voting. All right, here's the question of the week. Who are you voting for? Just kidding. I would never say that in public. I certainly wouldn't say that here on our gathering here. Who are you voting for? That's like saying, what are your cholesterol numbers? Or, gee, you see what I'm saying? It's about the most private thing we could talk about. And it should be private. This is the Scorpio time of the year. When you vote, that's on you, that's on me, it's no one else's business. But this collective image of the new moon reminds us we might want to connect with people who share our emotions and our values leading to the actual election day. So warring passion is what we're feeling out there with this exactitude of this opposition. Number one. Number two, Venus in Pallas is opposite Jupiter. There is a desire in each of our psyches to expand and heal and make finances and or work better. Well, of course, that's part of the rhetoric of the election cycle as well, but it's very real in the sky. Venus is money and values, and Pallas is, among other things, one of the career asteroids, and it's opposite Jupiter. How can we expand our wealth at an individual level? Expand our work at an individual level? How can we expand the financial bearings of work on a collective level? That's one of the messages of this new moon. Uranus is still trine Pluto. Uranus is the unexpected. Pluto is upheaval and transformation. So we're still feeling on an individual micro level that we're wanting to do some big changes. We're pushing ourselves. Maybe we want to, do some deep fall cleaning, or prepare for the winter, do our leaves. Do something physical to really upheaval and change things. It's a trine, so we have the energy to make some upheavals. We also have Mercury opposite Uranus, surprising rhetoric, some news from the news that might upchuck and cause some changes. This new moon, in answer to Ryan's comment, comes on the heels of something called the Star of David, which peaked on 10/28. So it's a little hard to see on this wheel because I use lots of asteroids, but essentially what the Star of David is when we have two sets of signs defined by air, fire, earth, or water, creating a grand trine in the sky. I map this out for you. Okay, there's Mars, there's Neptune, and there's Mercury. So we're connecting the dots with a water trine. That's a water trine. Triangle. That's one triangle that took place this past week. And then on the 28th of October, the moon moves fast, moves quickly, was at 26, 27 degrees of Virgo on that day, connecting with that Uranus and Pluto. So Uranus and Pluto are this part of the trine. On the 28th, the moon was there in Earth. So we had two triangles superimposed on them. I have something on my Facebook page which defines the Star of David. All it means is two grand trines in different elements, and it looks like the Star of David, right? Now, a loose way of interpreting that would be the combination of water, emotions, and earth, groundedness. Grounding emotions in a practical way, it's suggestive of the multiplicity of potential gifts. It's usually someone who's born with the Star of David. I wonder if she's listening tonight. She's a fabulous friend. I got to talk to her on my birthday. I've known her since 1984. Wonderful astrologer, a dear heart friend. She was born with the Star of David, Cherie. I don't know if you're listening tonight, but she was born with it, and she has a multiplicity of gifts. She's an astrologer. She does yoga. She does fitness. Multi-talented young woman who's 10 years older than me, but she's still young. So no one gets old in this room, all right? So this new moon is asking us to do a lot. It's asking us to connect with like-minded people. It's connecting us with our warring passion, what really sits with you to move forward. And it's reminding you of the unlimited potentials and possibilities where you find water in your chart and where you find earth in your chart. How can you ground emotions and make something move in your life? That's the imperative of this new moon. And let's show you where it falls. But before we do that, I want to say hi to people. Hi, Christy. Hi, Heather. Hi, John. Hello, Francie. Huntington Beach. Happy Scorpio times. Nice to see you. Big changes, Linnell. Yes. Hi, Diane. Hi, Ryan. You don't want to put a target on your back? Hi, Nadi. Gurjeet. Hello, honey. Everyone lovely reading. Hi, Barbara. And of course, we'll do the spiritual readings in just a moment. Hi, Prosper God's Gift. Oh, I like that name. And yeah, you guys are wanting some readings. I'm going to keep it to my usual half an hour because it is late. I just want to make a couple comments here, friends. And Nancy S., if you're listening, I'm saying hi to you. I think I understand you have to actually make a comment for me to recognize your name, right? I know we have more people watching that are commenting, but just a big hugs to you all. Of course, what's on everyone's mind, even if you're not in this country, the U.S. election. Oh my gosh, is it over yet? It's so, there's that Mars opposite Pluto, present in everyone's gut. Will it bring security? Will it bring a new structure in our lives? We want to have structured security. So I have done a quote unquote prediction tape recording. It's on my website. You're welcome to purchase it. It gets really technical with the candidates' charts. You're welcome to look at that. Now, I might do a quick little thing on Facebook about it as well, but this weekend I have some time. But how I interpret this election or any election, I use the country as a living, breathing, energetic entity. So what does the U.S. need right now, this election cycle in 2024? What's happening with its chart right now? Well, it's having its Chiron return. For you astrologers who understand Chiron return, go back to age 25 or age 50 because you had a crisis back then. Okay, 25-year-olds. Oh, best time of their life, right? 25-year-olds have a Chiron opposition. They struggle a lot with what they want to do in their lives. Just like at age 50, we struggle in some degrees as well to go on to the next level of life. Well, the US, every 50 years, has a Chiron return. 1964, the country was ablaze with protests and demonstrations, and yes, violence, and yes, the horrific assassinations of Martin Luther King Jr., Robert Kennedy, and John Kennedy. All right. That's a return of trying to heal the essential wound of this country. So violence is a part of it, but it's also referring in this year to the border crisis because it's in the fourth house of home. So the country, the U.S., wants to have some resolution of the border crisis. So you want to think about the candidates, right? Which candidate is able to solve what the U.S. needs now? Number one issue, according to Mr. USA, is the border crisis. Number two, the United States is having its Pluto return, first time in its history. Pluto is power. Pluto is money. Pluto is in the second house of the U.S. currency. And that's returning in the U.S.'s chart, first time in its lifetime, because Pluto's orbit is about 258 years. So Pluto return means this country is definitely having a financial and economic crisis. It goes beyond inflation. Let's talk about the deficit, right? So the U.S. is screaming for some sort of resolution of the Pluto return. Number three, Jupiter is conjunct. There's Jupiter on top of the warring planet, Mars, in the house of open enemies. Is anyone feeling a little unsafe with the unsafe world out there, with the conflicts around the world? Which candidate can address all three of these issues the best? That's what the country needs. Meanwhile, Venus and Pallas are on the ascending sign of the U.S. in Sagittarius. I'm using the Sibley chart, of course, and that suggests that the country really wants to overhaul its money, Venus's money, and it wants to overhaul its working situations, and we have to have some creative new ideas. There's Jupiter opposite. Which candidate is addressing that? Finally, we have Black Moon Lilith. I mean, she's not really that bad, but she can be. She represents fringe issues, power manipulation, and control that's of a feminine nature, that sometimes uses the weapons of profound resentment, sneakiness, and vengefulness. So Black Moon Lilith is on the Saturn of this country, and Saturn represents, among other things, the courts. So that's just an FYI. Law and order. So that's what's going on with the country. What it needs now at the new moon when the election's taking place 3 days later, 4 days later. All right. I want to talk about what this new moon means for you individually. I can't believe I didn't fill it out. Let's see how fast I can do this. Pen, please. Okay, here's my pen. I'm just scribbling my notes here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay, got it. Just wrote my notes. If your Aries or Aries rising, this new moon is suggestive for you to have a big look, a huge look at your financial future. What can I do to safeguard my savings, get rid of debt, and to become more secure within my financial realm? And also, how can I dig deep inside to take care of my own inner psychological or spiritual powers? It's a very powerful new moon for the Aries, especially because your ruler planet, Mars, is dappling with Pluto. So this is a powerful time for you Aries folks. Taurus, it's all about your condition. Rewind. For Taurus, it's all about the partnership. This is your partnership time of the year. The new moon is putting a lot of emphasis for you to figure out who you want and how you want to be a partner, who you want to be with, and how you want to partner. And you want to have more peace and harmony and more structure and more compassion with your BFFs. It's not limited to a spouse. Gemini or Gemini rising, this new moon is activating your work house and your house of health. If you've been sitting on the fence, Gemini, saying, I want to get healthier, I can't think of a better time of the entire year when you put your will force behind your intentions and make it happen for yourself. Eat better, exercise more, sleep better. That's for our Geminis. For Cancer or Cancerizing, it's all about having fun. It's all about tapping into your inner self, your child self, your playful self, your creative self, and enjoy this next month to the best of your ability. And maybe rewind some things that give you pleasure. Sometimes beauty heals and sometimes pleasure heals. That one's for you, Cancer. For Leo or Leo rising, this new moon is asking you to take stock of where you're living, how you're living, and how to become more connected with and healed by your family members. So it's about family, domesticity, and becoming a lot more in balance or peaceful about your family situation. For Virgo, it's about your communication. It's about how you're dealing with your inner voice to yourself and your paperwork and speaking your truth. For Libra or Libra rising, take a look at how fabulous you are, right? Pat yourself on the head, Libra, and say, you know what? I'm okay. Sometimes we don't often remind ourselves of our skills, our resilience, our grace. This is for the Libras, and also improving your income. For Scorpio, all eyes are on you. This is like a second birthday on Friday. This new moon is very powerful. It's enhancing the Scorpios to kind of come into their own charismatic, courageous self and have more confidence in who you are, Scorpio. For Sagittarius, you might be feeling a little out of sorts physically, but emotionally or spiritually, this is a fabulous new moon for you to receive information, receive messages from spirit, from your inner self, and give yourself a break, Sag. Rest if you need to. Capricorn, it's all about your friends and your groups and your associations, being social, pick up the phone, join a club, make a party, be with like-minded friends. Kind of like our Sabian symbol. Aquarius is about your career, about your leadership in the outer world, and you might get some sort of inspiration to change your career direction. That would be very radical. Or just like becoming a little bit more confident with leading in the community, taking on even a volunteer position. It's all about you, Aquarius, in the outer world. Pisces, time for you to take a break and maybe plan a trip, or teach, or expand yourself in other ways, using the skills available to make yourself a more happy and joyful person. And oftentimes, travel is a part of that. Okay, I just want to say hi to some people. We'll do our spiritual stuff. Heather, Christy, Patty, Judy, Susie, Carol, Penny, unlimited potentials. Right. Exactly, Penny. Bernadette, nice to say hello. Hi, Anne from Rochester. Okay, there she is. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Elizabeth Tang. Hey, Robin. Same to you, dear Scorpio sister. Happy birthday to you. Hi, Cindy, Judy, Marcy, Tone. Hello. Hello. Hi, Mary, Linnell, Chalice. Hello, dear. Hi, Nancy. Mary and Ryan, and I think I'm repeating myself now. Hey, Angie, nice to see you. Never too late. We can always say happy birthday, even if we have a 6-month birthday too, right? Remember this date. On April 29th, you can say happy half birthday to me. Just kidding. All right, let's do some spiritual work, guys. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing. I'm closing my eyes as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. And the person I'm coming to is Anne Gardane. Hello there, darling. I'm with your energy. I want to come to you. And guess who comes in right away? It's your mom. And your mom is doing this, and she's applauding you, and she's doing this. And your mom in spirit is saying, job well done. I think you may have been recognized for your work recently. This is what she's telling me. by sometime in early October. There was maybe a show or something you did that people were really clamoring to have some of your beautiful art pieces. And your mom is just saying, great, good work. She's also coming in here, Anne, to remind you that spring always comes. And she's talking about some travel that you might be doing come the spring. This is relative to your, or related to your work, rather. There might be some shows, and I'm getting the Southwest, also Midwest, and that you're kind of expanding your travel opportunities. And you're also meeting some fabulous people along the way as well. And your mom is congratulating you quite a bit. And she's saying, honey, you did the right thing for everyone concerned with everything that wrapped up regarding the house. So just let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't dwell on spilled milk. And your mom had a sense of humor. She's saying, well, it wasn't spilled milk exactly, but it's not worth worrying about. Move forward, go forward. And she's so very proud of you and just applauding you. I leave that with many blessings for you, dear Anne. Okay, the next person I'm going to is Tonell Jacobs Clayton. Would you like a reading? Just say yes, Tonell. Okay. I guess that resonated with you, Anne. I'm glad. Tonell, if you're still with me, honey, I don't know. I think I don't recognize your name from other times, but I'll wait till you say yes, because I like to give people permission not to. Why is Chiron at 50 a yikes? What that means, Jennifer, in astrology, the planets and their cycles are reflecting their orbits. So it takes Chiron approximately 50 years to do one circle around the sun. So that's why age 25 and age 50 are chironic years, when we solve and heal our greatest wound. So the country is going through that right now. Okay. All right. So now I'm just going to pick another person. You may have left the room. So I have to say a yay or no, nay. Okay. I'm with Marcy Ann. Marcy, I'm with you, honey. Okay, Marcy Ann, as I'm tuning into you tonight, I'm feeling some achiness in my physical body. Not me personally, but it's more obviously I'm doing a reading for you, but I'm not sure I think it's the right side, the right arm, or the right upper back. And obviously you're in a medical field, you know what to do and what not to do, but Spirit is saying you want to address this, maybe, take it to another level, not just maybe putting some cream or heat or something on it, but maybe get some massage or acupuncture or something like this. A lot of times we have physical complaints and we try to overinterpret them, or interpret them on a spiritual level. There's nothing wrong with that. But as I'm connecting with your spirit and Holy Spirit, I want to say that it does represent you searching and reaching and overreaching what I'm picking in my physical body for you, Marcian. I'm also picking up an aha exhale, another physical issue that you're very concerned about. You need some validation, but it's going to be just fine. You're getting to the other side of something that you've been monitoring or watching. And I feel that final validation comes up in the next month or so. So I'm connecting a lot with some physical concerns. Now, I'm also picking up that there's a big question mark around you about taking a trip that might be a little bit costly and a little bit not predictable, like off the beaten track type of trip. This would be in 2025, and you're waiting on a clear signal, and the clear signal is going to come, and this is the late part of 25, by the way, by February. And I think you're going to go on this trip. It's a big trip. It's unusual, someplace you've never been to before, but it's still an investment of time and treasure. So I feel this is going to be a very good travel period for you. Again, late 25 into 26. And I leave that with many blessings for you, Marcianne. Okay, you are making some big changes. Very good. All right, good. Elaine, Brian. Oh, Brian, give me your birthday. I'll tell you your whole life in 5 minutes. That's the 5-minute challenge. Astrology doesn't suck. Anyway, but you're proving astrology tonight, Brian, because Pluto is opposite Mars. Where's that fighting spirit? Okay. Right. Yeah, we all have different beliefs, but I love astrology because astrology to me is a very clear communication from the universe, from the cosmos that helps us. It really does, in my estimation. But that's what I believe in. And I believe stuff that you guys don't believe in, and you believe in stuff that I might not believe in either. Shirley, big hugs. You're welcome, RCN. Hi. Thank you, guys. Now, don't forget what happens on Tuesday stays on Tuesday, right? So go and use the Scorpio precepts of intense, passion, and private, because Scorpio rules all three of those on this election day. And say a prayer for that beautiful country called the United States of America, because prayers are always a good thing. And positive thoughts and prayers for the U.S. as we cross over into not just this election, but a huge shift that happens on November 20th, which I will be talking about, and every astrologer on the planet will be talking about Pluto going into Aquarius, right? And it stays there until 2020, until 2044, 2024 till 2044. Talk about transformation. Many blessings to you, friends. Prediction again. I don't know if we're going to know who's the winner on the election day because of that Pluto going into Aquarius. There could be some controversy and some delays at best. So we'll see what happens, but keep a positive outlook and know that when we reach 2025, we'll have a whole other collective conversation that takes place. And it's about not the cult of personality, not the people that are our leaders, but are they delivering on safety of food and a safety of work? Because as the eclipses change, and they will, in mid-January, we're not going to be quarreling or quibbling about what we've been quibbling about. It's going to be a whole other issue. Safety and security with our food and work. God bless you. Have a good week and enjoy Halloween. All right. And thank you for being here tonight.